What is up, YouTube? James Baek here. Welcome back to another episode of VGC 2018 Back-to-Back Battles. The last episode with this Mega Aerodactyl team of Mega Aerodactyl, Xurkitree, Porygon-Z, Gastrodon, Tapu Bulu, and Incineroar. Let's get started and play some games. So I'm actually kind of glad that this is the last episode with this team. Wasn't too big a fan of it. It was alright. Like, it had some matchups where it could do really well, and then most of the matchups I found like pretty poor, or you just had to make really big reads with with the team, and it didn't have enough options to get out like fast threats itself. So I'm not exactly the biggest fan of this team yet. I think it can still do work depending on matchups, as I said before, and it definitely can be improved, I think. But yeah, that's basically what I think about this team currently. It's just one Skydrop. I found myself in a lot of situations with setup mons, because the main issues that I had with this team is, one, the setup mons don't really have priority, so that makes it awkward. Two, if like if there's like a mon in between for like faster than Xurkitree or Porygon-Z but slower than Mega Aerodactyl, it can make this matchup really awkward. And how can that make it awkward? For instance, I faced like a bunch of special Landorses, I think, when I was using this team, and I brought Xurkitree in a lot of them, and what happened was that the Xurkitree ended up being like, I could Sky Drop the Landorus one turn, but I couldn't really do much with the Xurkitree during then, and I couldn't pick up the knockout Landorus somehow, so I always had to play like that game where I was always stuck doing the same thing until I wait for my opponent to finally knock out the Mega Aerodactyl, and that still could put me in a really bad spot. So, and I can't really like protect switch out after I finish the Sky Drop, because I most likely protected when I was Sky Dropping the Pokemon down. So that's where I feel like this team has really big issues. It's not like back in 2015, I used Azumarill a lot with like Skydrop, Thundurus, and Incarnate. That was probably one of my favorite teams of all time, and the reason Azumarill probably worked a lot better was because of the fact that Azumarill could at least get priority, and it helped with a lot, because if I release them from Skydrop, I can still go for the Aqua Jet the following turn and knock them out. So it really changed how that team played. I think maybe if I want to use this team again, I think I want to try Azumarill out the next time. I just want to try Xurkitree and Porygon-Z, since they were more fun options that I didn't get to showcase on the channel. But if I were to use like a team utilizing Skydrop seriously, I think I would go Azumarill, or like something that's more beneficial and like priority, like Linoone, Azumarill, or something along those lines. But anyway, we're taking quite a while to find a game, so we'll be right back with the first game of today's episode. Alright, we got Stu from United Kingdom. I actually DC'd the game, which is unfortunate, but let's see how this goes. We got Charizard, Amoonguss, Togedemaru, Naganadel, Tapu Bulu, and Milotic. Now, doesn't look too great for me. It doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look great at all. This fake out's gonna be annoying to deal with. Amoonguss has also been annoying. Bulu's not good needed in this matchup, fortunately. I think I could go Aerodactyl, Porygon-Z, have Xurkitree plus the Incineroar in the back. We'll see how this goes. So, I'm really worried about Togedemaru plus a Tailwind lead. If it's not Adele going for Tailwind, I guess. Who's the Z move, though? I think the Z move would most likely be on the Naganadel or the Tapu Bulu. So, I gotta watch out for a Z move. Who would be the Z move? I could see it on either. But yeah, this is gonna be an interesting one. What I gotta do specifically is prevent the... There are a few things I can do. I either need to get set up right away, or I need to get the... Yeah, I need to set up. I just need to set up and weaken my opponent's team for my next setup mon. That's basically what I need to do in this game. Porygon-Z against Togedemaru and Milotic, which is an interesting one. Alright, that's a little bit scary. It's preventing me from setting up correctly. Who are you gonna fake out is my question. Do you fake out the Porygon-Z, or are you gonna fake out the Aerodactyl? Because I really actually don't want to go for... I think I want a Tailwind actually. Because I don't want to get Encored. That's the thing. I'm worried about future Encore situations. So, you know what? I'm going to Z Conversion here. And Tailwind. Because even if you fake out Icy Wind, I'm still going to be faster and can Z Conversion the following turn. And I can also Sky Drop. So Fake Out going to come out into the Aerodactyl preventing Tailwind. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be the Icy Wind here. That's what I'm assuming here. If I can knock out Togedemaru, I feel better about my position. I do want to keep my Aerodactyl alive though, so I am going to keep my Aerodactyl alive here. Unless you're going to go for Skull turn 1. That means Porygon-Z is already set up, so it's not the worst. Yeah, it just goes for Icy Wind. So I have a few plays I could do. I think the main one I want to go for is like a Shadow Ball and a Togedemaru. Or I could Shadow Ball to Milotic. I think both are very viable plays here. I think I'm going to go into Xurkitree though. And just fire off a Shadow Ball and a Togedemaru. My opponent really doesn't have switch into Shadow Ball, as I mentioned previously. And... or did I mention previously? I don't remember, but... I'm going to Shadow Ball the Togedemaru, try to put it into Focus Sash range so I can get a Gleam off later, but we're going to see the Togedemaru switch out into Amoonguss. So that's damage right there. I'll take it. That is absolutely beautiful damage onto that Amoonguss. I'll gladly take it. A Xurkitree will come out. What are we going to see? Shadow Ball into the Amoonguss. Oh, look at that damage. That damage is beautiful. Icy Wind gonna come out again. Okay, so my Porygon's gonna be a -2 with a Xurkitree a -1, yet not the worst case still. As I said before, I'm not really too worried as long as I keep Xurkitree decently healthy. Here's the thing, I could easily see my opponent going to Togedemaru because of the fact I can threaten a Thunderbolt on this Milotic, and I can Shadow Ball the Amoonguss and it would knock it out. So I wonder if you're going to protect the Amoonguss here or just go on the offense. Or maybe switch out. I think you might switch out here, and if I can knock out that Pokemon, that'd be great here. We're actually going to see that Milotic switch out though in the Togedemaru, so that kind of works out too, I guess. I mean, I'm okay with that because I break the Sash on Togedemaru, which is fine. As we will see the Protect here. It covers both plays, so I like that play from my opponent. However, I feel like now I'm in actually a pretty good position. You can't fake out the Porygon, and now I'm threatening a Shadow Ball, which is still really solid here. If I want to switch out, I want to switch out Incineroar coming in. Yeah, I want to have Incineroar in and prevent my Milotic from really setting up against me, and I'll Shadow Ball the Amoonguss. The worst, absolute worst case would be a Zing Zap flinch right here. So let's see. I do get my Incineroar in. I could see Amoonguss switching out here, but nothing really takes a Shadow Ball on my opponent's side well, so I guess I'll take that. Let's see what my opponent's going to do. Just going to fake out. Okay. Faking out my Incineroar, but the fact is now I'm going to be able to get a Shadow Ball off and knock out the Amoonguss here. Yep. So I get rid of Amoonguss, which means I don't have to worry about Spore or Clear Smog for the rest of the game, which is extremely nice here. Let's see what my opponent's going to go out into. Charizard I'm okay with. Yeah, Charizard's going to come out. Okay. I have Fake Out pressure, so I would be really scared from if I was my opponent. I mean, I could just fake out the Charizard and go for a Shadow Ball and a Togedemaru on a double protect, but I could also go on to my Aerodactyl. Yeah, I could make either one of those plays. I feel like it's more likely you're gonna. I think you have to protect Charizard here. So I'm actually gonna double out on Aerodactyl and go for a Shadow Ball and a Togedemaru, because I could see maybe a Protect Charizard and you go for Encore, but I do think you would double protect, but we're gonna see the Milotic instead. I mean, that's fine. I wonder if this is Charizard X. I just realized, because I have no idea what Charizard this is. Ooh, if it's X, we could have some issues. It's Charizard X. I should have probably thought about that. Okay. So it's Charizard X. Dragon Dance could be a thing, but I mean, I could fake out, but Flare Blitz gonna come out actually. Into Porygon. Which knocks it out. Oh, that's a little bit broken. That's a little bit broken. Great, my position's now in an awkward spot. Go Xurkitree here, and I think I have to Sky Drop now. I don't like this position at all. I'm gonna Tail Glow. I think Charizard should always switch into Togedemaru, yeah. Oh boy. We're gonna need some kind of luck factors. Oh, we're gonna see the... Oh, I didn't think my Milotic would protect there. I guess if I Sky Drop Togedemaru, because I don't remember if I Sky Drop, I prevent Togedemaru's ability from activating. Now it gets interesting, because I don't know what you're gonna do. I can see Fake Out in his Xurkitree. I could just see Scald and Aerodactyl. I think I'm gonna Tailwind here. Attack Xurkitree? The reason is I could get a Tailwind up potentially here, and the Tailwind would be really nice if I can get it off, but we're gonna see Fake Out into Xurkitree. Okay, that works. And Tailwind. Alright, not the worst position possible, I guess. Scald gonna come out. That's gonna knock out my Aerodactyl, but I have to take that trade at this point. The Togedemaru has been protecting a lot though, so I wonder if it's AV potentially. If it's AV, I kind of just want to go for the Flare Blitz Gleam. It took the Gleam decently well, but I'm not sure if that's AV. I mean, I would see a double protect from my opponent, if anything. The reason I would see a double protect here, if anything, is because of the fact you still have Tailwind turns. Plus, you keep these mons safe. Because a Fake Out into 2 Gleams might screw over your Milotic, so I don't think you should make such a risky play here. Yeah, perfect. So I get to Tail Glow up with my Xurkitree. Let's go, Xurkitree. Flare Blitz into the Togedemaru. Come on, Xurkitree. Show me some money right here. Because we're in a really bad spot. I wonder if Gleam would knock out the Milotic. Oh, we're going to find out. We are going to find out. I guess I should have knocked out the Milotic if anything. But at this point, I'm going to go for Gleam and Knockoff. I don't know if I can knock out my Milotic, especially if it has a berry. Okay, Togedemaru goes for this second Spiky Shield. I don't mind that too much. Gleam here. Comes down to how much it does. Plus the knockoff. I didn't activate berry. That's a really good sign. Get rid of my Milotic. That's a really good sign. Get rid of the Agua berry. Because Milotic's especially defensive Pokemon. Here comes the Charizard. I have one more turn of Tailwind. I can go for Knockoff into Togedemaru and a Gleam here. Oh, wait. Togedemaru and I think the Incineroar Speed Tie under Tailwind. Oh, this could be bad. Although I still go for Gleam here. Plus 6 Gleam would knock out Charizard at that range. Yeah, because Charizard's forced to protect here. Gleam into my opponent. Togedemaru almost drops. Knockoff gonna come out into Togedemaru. Finish off the job, so we get rid of the Togedemaru. I'm pretty sure it's Focus Sash. Yeah, it was Focus Sash. And now we play some mind games. I don't think I have to play mind games at this point. I think I'm just gonna go for Gleam Knockoff. Because you could expect me to protect and just knock off with my Incineroar, but I'm pretty sure Incineroar can win. Because the Flare Blitz recoil is going to be heavy on the Charizard. Plus the 2 knockoffs should knock out this Charizard. Only case is if this Charizard has Roost. Goes for Dragon Dance, expecting to protect on Xurkitree. Oh, that's a big no-no. Big no-no. And I did not want to give my opponent that opportunity to set up. So Gleam going to come out. Finish off that Charizard. That game was insane, man. That game was actually insane. That game was actually insane. Okay. Whew. We do pull out a win. Man, how did we do it? How did we do it? That was just crazy. Okay, so the big turns were there. One, Charizard knocking out Porygon-Z. I mean, I know Porygon-Z's not the bulkiest Pokemon in the world, but I thought it would at least lift the Flare Blitz with the +1 defense. It was decently healthy. 2 was like me being able to get the +6 and the Dazzling Gleam not putting my Logan's barrier range. I didn't think it would put it in barrier range, but I wasn't 100% sure. Luckily, it looked like we were just able to KO it, which... heart reliever right there, but we got a Japanese player, 1599 rating as our last opponent with... Oh, I faced this guy. He decimated me. You want to know what he did? This Cradily. This Cradily was actually broken. So I was playing a little bit before, and what happened was I ran into this guy and I'm like, okay, what do I do here? I thought, yeah, this is going to be difficult. Alright, so I was originally worried about like the Aegis / Gardevoir and Incineroar combination. My opponent instead led off with Landorus and Cradily, and I led Xurkitree stuff. So yeah, that made it really difficult. Let's go Aerodactyl, Porygon-Z. I think Xurkitree is good enough for setup later. And Incineroar. Because Gastrodon really kind of didn't do too much helpful-wise. It's Special Landorus, which made this game extremely difficult. And this was the thing I was talking about with the Earth Power thing. With Landorus T and Xurkitree, Aerodactyl, Skydrop stuff. This is like the exact threat that was super annoying for this team. So now I'm going to try out my Porygon-Z mode. Because my opponent obliterated me game 1 when I last played him with the Cradily Landorus. So let's see how this is gonna go. Of course, Stockpile could be a thing here. It's Cradily Landorus though. Nice. Man, I wish okay, this is like one of the games where I wish Taunt on my Porygon-Z was the thing. Unnerve. I think I'll go for Skydrop and convert. I don't know if you're gonna go for Toxic or Stockpile turn 1. You could also switch out Landorus into Incineroar. Did he bring Incineroar? I saw 3 Pokemon. It was Landorus, Gardevoir, and Cradily. So you might not have brought Incineroar. Ooh, okay. Cradily protects too. Okay, that's awesome. So I get Skydrop and I get a Z conversion. Oh, we take those. We take those. Alright. Not too bad. Not too bad. I could also go for the Ice Beam into the Cradily. I think I want to get rid of Cradily more than Landorus at this point, since Ice Beam should be a 2 KO onto the Cradily. And this Cradily is like really annoying. And I could deal with Landorus a lot easier later, especially since it's a special Landorus. So you know what? I'm going to target on the Cradily with Ice Beam. So here comes the Skydrop. Doesn't affect Landorus. Yada, yada, yada. Earth Power going to come out. It's a Scarf Landorus. Okay. Ice Beam comes out. Into the Cradily. Doesn't proc a berry, it looks like. Stockpile goes up. Okay. Great. Now I can go for a Tailwind here. Yeah, I can go for Tailwind and a Shadow Ball into the Cradily slot. Shadow Ball should be able to pick up the knockout that range. I'll outspeed Scarf Landers the following turns. I can Sky Drop the Landers in the following turns. Yeah, this looks pretty good. I didn't know it was Scarf Landers though. So it's Scarf Modest Landers. I never found out in the game that I played against him. So that works out beautifully. This is pretty much the ideal situation I wanted. Because Cradily is going to withdraw. Oh, show me Gardevoir. It's Incineroar. Okay. Not the best case, but not too bad. Because I can always... Yeah, since this is Scarf Landers, my opponent still doesn't have a switch in for Shadow Ball. Earth Power. And Shadow Ball is still going to hurt Incineroar. It should do a decent amount. Yeah, it is a decent amount. I might as well just chip away at my opponent with Rock Slide at this point and just protect here with my Porygon-Z. I think Landers is going to switch out here. And a Rock Slide is still going to do good damage to the Incineroar, even at -2. And then I could Sky Drop it the following turn. So yeah, I just don't know if like Landers wants to switch out or it actually stays in. So probably going to go for the Earth Power here, which is fine for me. This Fake Out's actually going to go on... I'm a Ghost type. Okay. I mean, I'm a Ghost type, so, did my opponent forget that? Here comes the Earth Power. Sky Drop the Incineroar, go for a Shadow Ball. Into the Landorus. My opponent forget I was a Ghost type. Because I really don't understand the Fake Out play in the Porygon-Z. Landorus is going to switch out here, go out into the Cradily. So Cradyly's gone, which means nice. I get rid of that Cradily. I hate that Cradily. That Cradily is so difficult. Alright. Take the Incineroar up to Sky. Get rid of this Cradily. Good riddance. Good riddance. Alright. What's going to come out is my question. The Landers probably doesn't want to come in. Gardevoir's going to come out. Now, I have an easy Shadow Ball in a Gardevoir. I could also go out into my... I could also just Sky Drop Shadow Ball. Or I could Protect. The thing is, what does Gardevoir do? The worst case scenario is it gets Trick Room up, which I wouldn't enjoy. So you know what? The best play I feel like for me is to go for a Shadow Ball into Gardevoir. Even if it's a Protect. Even if it's an obvious Protect. It does. Okay. Sky Drop into Incineroar. Rock Berry? It's not Berry, so I could have knocked it out. I was worried if it was Berry, which is why I didn't want to double up Incineroar. Here comes the knockoff into the Porygon-Z slot. Still not too bad of a situation, though. Still not that bad of a situation though. I get Xurkitree in. And I think I could just Rock Slide here, get damage on Incineroar, just Thunderbolt the Gardevoir slot. I could see a switch out from Incineroar into Landorus. I could also see the same for the Gardevoir. But at this point I'm threatening a knockout or a lot of damage here. And you're not going to trick him here. Worst case is Hyper Voice. And I don't feel like that's too big of a problem here. So let's see. Yeah, Incineroar retreats. I think that's Landers coming in. And I don't want a Tailwind just in case my opponent decides to go for like, what's it called? I don't want a Tailwind here for sure. I don't want a Tailwind in case you Trick Room here. So, Gardevoir gonna come out. Maybe I should have always targeted down the Incineroar. No, I didn't want a Gardevoir to get Trick Room up. That would have been worse for me. So damage on Gardevoir, damage on Landorus, Thunderbolt. I'm hoping Rock Slide and the Thunderbolt will be a 2K. Okay, it does. Nice. Psychic gonna come out. And a Xurkitree, I should live that. Yeah, I get my berry back. Okay, that works. Hmm. I don't think you would trick him here if anything, but Tailwind is a safe play, I think, and Protect. I don't know, we'll see. I will protect my Xurkitree here. It's Ally Switch Gardevoir. Oh my. Tailwind is up. Earth Power in his Xurkitree. Really? I might as well just go for Rock Slide and Gleam at this point. Because I can see Gardevoir protecting here. Yep. If I flinch Landers, I'm in a good position. Even if I don't, I feel like I'm still in an okay position. So Rock Slide. And Gleam. Because I'll put this Landers really weakened at this point. Yeah, that's good damage. Earth Power gonna come out and knock out my Xurkitree. I just wonder if Rock Slide can knock out the Incineroar at that range it was at. If it does, I'm in a fantastic spot. If not, a bit awkward. So I get Incineroar in. Get the Intimidate off, which doesn't really change much here. I could see Lander switching out, but Gardevoir would go down. This is an interesting endgame scenario. But right here, I think I can pin down the Gardevoir slot. I know I'll live one Earth Power for sure. And if you lose Gardevoir or that next slot, Landers is stuck in. Because Gardevoir is going to retreat here into Incineroar. Also, if Rock Slide knocks out Incineroar here, I knock out the Landers here with Flare Blitz, and that would be a good game. So, I really hope Rock Slide can knock out Incineroar. We're -2 or might be -3 at this point. Who knows? Rock Slide going to come out. Oh, it doesn't knock out. Wait, I'm still fine, aren't I? Oh, I flinched. That makes it fine. But even then, like, Earth Power would come out, proc my berry, but then I can Rock Slide the outspeed the Landers, pick up the knockout to Landers, I think. I think I would still be fine, actually. Even if Earth Power got out. It comes down to, do I hit the Rock Slide on Landers, or, and if it knocks out. I think it does, though, at that range. Oh, that's close. To place a Rock Slide Flare Blitz. And I still have another turn of Tailwind, right? So Rock Slide gonna come out. Yeah, I finished off Landers anyway, so the Earth Power really didn't matter unless it crit me. So yeah, I'm fine. Flare Blitz is gonna knock out the Gardevoir, so good game. Also, that was one of the games I got completely destroyed, so I'm kind of glad I got that run back. Oh, you don't know how happy that made me feel. Okay, so I thought Rock Slide would have knocked out the Incineroar. Apparently I misjudged it, but then again I was like at -3 at that point, so it does make sense. But the main point was that I could have like Rock Slide. Okay, so the thing is, Landorus, if it stays in, if I knock out a Pokemon on my opponent's side, it's locked into Earth Power. It cannot do anything afterward. So what it really came down to, plus the Landorus was really low in the first place, so if I just got one. So if I just landed my Rock Slides, at that point, Landorus was probably going to go down to all those Rock Slides, and then Incineroar, even if that Earth Power again connected, Landorus was still, Aerodactyl was going to still outspeed, as long as the fact I hit my Rock Slides once I said, I don't even need to flinch. I didn't need that flinch to win. All I needed was the damage because Earth Power was going to proc the berry, Incineroar was going to go up, I live a Hyper Voice from Gardevoir, and then I could just Rock Slide Flare Blitz and threaten the knockout. The following turn, even if Gardevoir protects, Landorus goes down, and then I could just fire off like Skydrop, Flare Blitz, I guess. Yeah, Skydrop, Flare Blitz, because 2 Skydrops might be able to finish off the Gardevoir with that range. I like switch Gardevoir though. Really? But hope everyone enjoyed today's episode of VGC 2018 Baek Battles. If you did like it, please leave a like down below. Shows your support, as well as you can check out the rest of my stuff down below in the description. So that's my social medias, the side series on the channel. If you want to check out the pace spin of this team and try it out, feel free to down below. Does need some work, I think, but it was a pretty fun team, especially this last episode just was really joyful to me. But otherwise, have a great day, people, and until we battle again, I'll catch you all later.